Okay, well, welcome back everyone. I'm doing a sequence of puzzles here. This is number 2 from GDC in his pack, I think, of 4 6x6 puzzles, all apparently about 1 star for difficulty. So the first one was definitely very approachable, but still clever, which is what we expect from GDC. And now onto the second one. I haven't read the rules, so let's see. Normal 6x6 rules apply. That is that every row, every column, and every one of these 2x3 little regions contain the digits 1 to 6. We have thermometers, these grey lines here. There are filled circles in the grid with connected thick lines called thermometers. The circle represents the bulb of the thermometer. Digits must strictly increase along the thermometer starting from the bulb end. So if this digit in the bulb was a 2, the one next to it would have to be bigger than 2. So it could be, say, 4 or 5 or whatever. And then this one has to be bigger again. So it would be forced to be 6, which is our biggest digit in this puzzle. So that's how thermometers work. And these yellow circles we saw in the first puzzle, I assume they're the same. A digit in a yellow circle indicates the number of odd digits which appear along the attached thermometer. Right, so similar kind of idea. So this cell here, if this was a 2, it would be saying that there's 2 odd digits on this thermometer. And that's all we get. So let's have a look, and we can start with that actually. The way thermometers work is that because they increase as they go along, there are some limits on what you can put in individual cells. In particular, you couldn't put a 1 in the second space because this would have to be a 0. That's not allowed. So this cell has to be at least 2, but there's only 3 cells on the thermometer. So it's either a 2, and these 2 are odd. I'm going to sneeze, hold on. Bless me. Or it is a 3, meaning that all 3 cells are odd. Regardless of which value this is, this will always be, well, they'll both always be odd. The 2 makes them both odd, and the 3 does as well. So this is either a 1, or this is a 1, because if it was a 3, this would have to be bigger than 3, and that's not possible because there's only 3 cells on the line. So if we made this 4, there's no way we can put 4 odds on that line. So this is a 1. This will be a 2 or a 3. And then this is going to be odd again and will be a 3 or a 5. So this could be a 3 if that was a 2. It could also be a 5 if that's a 2. But if that's a 3, that's forcing that up to be a 5. Now, knowing that, we can say something about this, which this bulb also can't be 1 because there's a 1. Normally you could put a 1 in a bulb like here, but this one, we already got a 1 in the box already. So this has to be at least 2 odds. And potentially 3 odds. However, if it was 3, how are we going to make this 3 in the corner? How would we make this work? It would have to increase to odd digits, and there is no 7 or higher in this puzzle. So this must be 2 with 2 odd digits here, which are 3 and 5. And as last time, I'm going to do some colouring to indicate evens and odds. It can be helpful to track what's going on. These 3 and 5 point at this cell here. So if so this has to be even because it can't be a 1 because this would have to be a 0. So, and it can't be 3, 5. So it is 2, 4 or 6, but again, this is a 3 cell thermo, so you couldn't have 4 or 6 odds on it. So that's a 2. Which forces the digit below it to be 1, which is the only lower digit. And then this one up here will just be higher and odd, so that we have 2 odds as per the circle's suggestion. So that's green, that's purple, and that's green. And by Sudoku rules, we have to put a 1 there. There's only place left for it. That means in the column we've got 1, 3 and 5, so we must have our 4 and 6 even digits down the bottom. And we might be reaching the limits of what we can do over here. So we can move on possibly to this final one. Now this is the first one that's a bit longer. It's 4. So in theory this could be 1, 2, 3 or 4. Well, that's not quite true because of the we're only going up to 6. So if we had 4, 5, 6, 7, that would break. So it definitely can't be 4. And it can't be 2 because of this. So it is 1 or 3. Now, if it was 1, which it will be, it has to increase now. That would be the one odd digit. So these would be 2, 4, 6. But if this was 3, we'd have to try and get 3 odds on the line, always increasing. So we could go to 4 and then 5, but there's no more odd digits and we've only got 2 of them. So this must be a 1, which is the only odd digit. So we do get the 2, 4, and 6, which is resolving this stuff. Now at this point it's probably going to fall apart, but we may as well do the colouring for completeness. If you're new to these puzzles, colouring can be useful when you've got 2 distinct kind of groupings of digits like odds and evens. Just to gives it an easy kind of visual cue, just scanning a row and column saying, I've got my 3 greens, so the rest must be purple. That is odd. I can't tell if I've coloured that. Okay, as is that. So there we go, 3 odds in the column, so we can make those 2 even. 2 and 6. That 2 gives us the 6 and the 2. Oops, and the 2. That makes this a 3, which we've been wondering about. Of course, at this point, there's probably lots of ways to resolve different things here. This has to be a 5 to be bigger than 3, and that satisfies the rule that there being 3 odds on the line. That by Sudoku resolves that. We've got 3 greens in the row, so we can make all of those even. There's no 2 there or there because of those 2s. So that is the 2. 3 purples, making this green. 3, no, we're not. So this is a 4-6 pair. This is a 4-6. This is 2 by Sudoku. Why have we got a 7 there? That was supposed to be a 6, sorry. And so we need 1, 3, 5 with no 3 here or 1 here. This is a 3, 5 in the column. 3, there's only a 3 here by Sudoku. 3 greens in the box. Also means 3 is here by Sudoku. This is the final even in the box. That's 3 evens, so this cell here must be odd. It's not 1 or 3 because it sees them, so it's 5. That puts 5 down there by Sudoku, making this a 1, this a 3, this a 5, and this should be, and that is a 3 in the corner in the spotlight, losing its religion as it tends to do, and we can get a 4 in the corner up here, which is going to unravel these 4-6 pairs, and the 3 and the 5 are also resolved by Sudoku. There we go, that one was a bit easier than the last one. There was a bit of a kink in the middle of the last one that I had to figure out. Another beautiful puzzle, 500 solves, but I think only published in the last day or so on Logic Masters. I think this must be the count of days that it was online prior to that, maybe had been tested, etc. So there we go, number 2 done. I think I might move on to number 3. I'll be back with you.